Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Learn with Lakshay Tanwar. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my videos and feel free to put your doubts regarding maths and science from classes 6 to 9 in the comment box. So this is fourth part of the introductory video of class 9 maths chapter 1 number systems. If you're not seen the first three parts, you can go to my channel and see them as well. So in this part we are going to cover the last topic of this chapter, which is identities. So if A and B are any positive real numbers, then the identities would be something like all the ones listed over here. So the first identity is root AB equals to root A into root B. So this is the same as we did. Root 15 can be bifurcated into the form root 3 into root 5, right? So there root 15 was root AB and root A and root B was root 3 and root 5. So we can bifurcate into that manner. So this is my first identity, which is the most common one and very easy to understand. The second identity is whole root A upon B equals to root A upon root B. So if I write whole root 2 upon 3, that is the same as if I write it as root 2 divided by root 3. So there is no difference in this. So the first two identities are not just like identities, they are very, very simple and common. Okay. The third one is the one to be learned, which is root A plus root B into root A minus root B equals A minus B. Now this is the same identity which you used to do A plus B and A minus B. So when it used to be A plus B, A minus B, we used to write A square minus B square. Now since we have root A plus root B and root A minus root B, therefore root and the square cancel out each other. So from A square minus B square, this remains to be A minus B. Like in the fourth example, when I remove the root sign from A, from the variable A, and the root sign remains with the variable B, then A becomes square. But since B still has the root, so root cancels out the square and therefore it remains to be B itself and there is no square on B. This is my fourth identity. Fifth identity is root A plus root B whole into root C plus root D gives root AC plus root AD plus root BC plus root BD. So you're not supposed to learn this identity because we can solve it out very easily. Let's just scribble over it and see how we can solve. So when I do the multiplication of this first variable with the whole bracket and the second variable with the whole bracket, then the answer would be something like this. Root AC, root AD plus root BC plus root BD. Okay, we'll solve it over here. So when I first multiply root A with the whole bracket, so this becomes root AC plus, so this root is of course not above plus as well, root AD plus root AD plus, now I multiply the second variable which is root B with the whole bracket, so root B into root C becomes root BC plus root BC and then plus root B into root D gives me root BD. So this is the same as the identity that it was written. So you're not supposed to learn that identity because this is the simple multiplication that we do. Root AC plus root AD plus root BC plus root BD. If the order varies, that doesn't anyhow affect your calculation because we've studied the properties of real numbers, right? So now the sixth and the last one is root A plus root B whole square. So this is the same as A plus B whole square, which used to be A square plus 2AB plus B square. Now since it was A square, so square and root of A cancel out each other. So this time it will remain as A and not A square, and same with B as well. But when we are doing 2AB, so there is no square. So root won't be cancelled and therefore root remains and therefore it becomes 2 root AB. Whole root AB in fact. So these were very simple identities and now we are going to start with some questions regarding these identities. So let's get started. So here are some easy peasy questions which we can practice from your NCERT itself. The first one is 5 plus root 7 whole into 2 plus root 5. So here you can see no identity is being followed. So which identity am I going to use? It is the one which we did for multiplication. So we can multiply the first thing of this bracket with the second bracket and the second number of this bracket with the second bracket. So what we'll do, 5 multiplied with this whole bracket and then root 7 multiplied with the same whole bracket. So I'll write this down for you. This becomes 5 whole into 2 plus root 5. Now since root 7 carries the plus sign over here in the question itself, therefore I would write plus over here. So this becomes plus root 5. Again the whole bracket, the same bracket would be multiplied from root 5 as well, which is 2 plus root 5. So we'll multiply 2 plus root 5 from root 5 as well. Now let's see, 5 into 2 gives me 10. 5 times root 5 gives me 5 root 5. Plus root 5 times 2 gives me 2 root 5. Plus root 5 times root 5 gives root 5 square. So root 5 times root 5 gives me root 5 square. And square and root cancel out each other. So therefore I am the remnant is 5. Now 10 plus 5 gives me 15 plus. Now see, 5 into root 5 gave me 5 root 5. Okay, so this is not root 5. This was my mistake. I copied the question. No, I'm correct. This is wrong. So this was not root 7. This was actually root 7, not root 5. So we'll correct the question from here. So this is actually root 7, right? We'll start it back again. So this becomes root 7. Now this would no more be 5 because earlier since it was root 5 into root 5, therefore I got 5. But now since it is root 7 into root 5, which is root a into root b, gives me whole root ab. So this will be 7 times 5, which is 35. So now it will no more be 15, right? So 5 root 5 plus 2 root 5 plus root 35. Again, let me check the whole calculation because we messed up a little bit over here. So 5 into 2 gave me 10. 5 times root 5 gave me 5 root 5. Plus, I added root 7 over here. So 2 root 7. This comes out to be 2 root 7. If you also do these mistakes, then we'll do the same mistake which we're not supposed to make, because when we do it quite fast, then such mistakes have a tendency to be done. So we are not supposed to make such mistakes. So 2 times root 7 gives me 2 root 7 plus root 7 times root 5 gives me root 35. So now what is the answer? 10 plus 5 root 5. I'll write it here for your ease. So this becomes 10 plus 5 root 5 plus 2 root 7 plus root 35. Clear? So that was it. The answer to the first part would be as written. Now let's come to the next one, which is this. So a plus root b, a minus root b. So the identity being used over here, identity I'm not writing. So whatever it is, I'm writing over here. Identity used is a plus root b times a minus root b gives me a square minus b, because I remember my identity. So this becomes a square minus b. A is 5, so 5 square gives me 25. That is 5 times 5 minus b would be 5. So 5 into 5 gives me 25 minus 5, that gives me 20. So my answer to this expression on solving or on simplifying would be 20. With this we will move to the next, which is root 11 minus root 7 into root 11 plus root 7. So this is root a plus root b, root a minus root b, which becomes a minus b. So the identity used over here, identity used over here is root a plus root b times root a minus root b would be equal to a minus b. So this would become 11 minus 7, which would be equals to 4. Alright, so the answer on simplification to this expression would be 4. Let's move to the next, which is root 3 plus root 7 whole square. So this is again identity used over here is root a plus root b whole square. So the answer would be in this form: a plus 2 whole root ab plus b. So a would be 3 plus b would be 7 plus 2 whole root ab will be 2 root a into b is 3 into 7, which is 21. 3 times 7 gives me 21. So this becomes 10. 10 plus 3 gives me 10 plus 2 root 27. So with this, we are finished with the chapter. Now, one more topic left, which is rationalization of denominator. It is very simple topic. So the only step that you have to do is multiplication and changing up of sign over here. Rationalization of denominator is quite a nice topic, and it comes many times in your exams, that rationalize the denominator of this. Not in this way, of course, but it comes in a tricky way, and this is a very important topic because it comes in the exams. So when you have to rationalize, you are going to see the denominator. Since this is denominator of a question, so we see the denominator. Since it is 2 plus root 3, I will make 2 minus root 3 upon 2 minus root 3 as my another fraction, and I'll multiply both the fractions. If it was 2 minus root 3 in the question, then I would have multiplied it with 2 plus root 3 divided by 2 plus root 3. Okay, so the sign changes from plus to minus and from minus to plus. Since it was plus in the question over here, therefore I changed to minus. If it would have been minus over here, then I would have changed it to plus. Simple. Now 1 into any number gives the number itself. So this remains, the numerator remains to be 2 minus root 3 upon denominator is a plus root b, a minus root b. So this will be a square, which is 4, minus b, which is 3. So 4 minus 3 gives me 1. So 2 minus root 3, denominator is 1. Therefore, after rationalization of denominator, this particular thing will become what? 2 minus root 3. Simple. I'm repeating again what you have to do. If the sign given over here is plus, then you change it to minus. If the sign given over here would have been minus, then we would have changed it to plus. So the sign changes and you multiply the given fraction with another fraction formed by changing that sign to opposite ways. So that was it, and we are done with this chapter, completed chapter 1. So introductory videos are finished. Next we are going to start with science chapter number 1, which is the matter in our surroundings. So if you want the introductory videos to maths and science chapters from classes 6 to 9, please subscribe my channel, like my videos and share them. And feel free to put your doubts regarding maths and science from classes 6 to 9 in the comment box.